Alright, in this video we're going to be using the Tesla Model 3 Performance 2024 full self-drive system to navigate from Franciscan Hospital in Crown Point to a Tesla charging station in Maryville, Indiana, which is going to be the Myers grocery store. The full self-drive software that we're going to be running on is going to be v14.2.2.2. In this video, right now weather conditions are definitely changing. We're starting to receive a heavy snow, and the snow is also starting to stick to the ground. So far, as far as my autopilot usage, I'm running about 93% since the first v14.2 update has occurred. So we'll go ahead and switch to our navigation, and we'll go ahead and put in that charging station as our destination. And it looks like we're going to be just taking mainly highway driving as the options has given us the route there. So we'll go ahead and start. And right now, as you can see in the parking lot, we're sitting in a weird position as far as in the parking spot. We'll see how the vehicle handles exiting this parking lot. It's quite confusing. Right now I'm going to run the vehicle in the standard profile as far as the drive type. Vehicle is also starting to precondition the battery. Right now temperature outside is 27 degrees Fahrenheit, so it definitely needs to warm that battery up some. Actually guys, let's cancel as far as going there for that purpose. We're going to lose quite a bit of range as far as preheating it. I'll just actually preheat once I get home. No, we'll go ahead and do the preheating. It's only a 2% difference. So let's go ahead and change that back to saying that we're going to charge there. So we're going to lose about 2% of range due to pre-warming the battery up so we can accept a faster charge. That's acceptable. Vehicle's going to have to deal with a roundabout. So no issues with yielding to traffic for the roundabout. And just maintain this lane with no problems. It's signaling that it's going to be exiting the roundabout. And it did switch lanes a little bit too early there before it exited the roundabout, but no safety issues. Why it switched lanes, I'm not 100% certain, since we're going to be making a left turn here anyway to enter the highway ramp. All right, on the highway we go. So enter the highway at a good speed. Now we're speeding up to go ahead and do a merge into the highway. There's no traffic behind us at this time. So even with the lanes being not clear, the vehicle's having no issues trying to figure out what lane it should be in and where the actual lane lies. And one thing I like about some of the updates that I've received is that it no longer hugs the fast lane. Like our camera visibility is limited a little bit due to the snow. I'm gonna go ahead and change our profile to chill mode just because of the road conditions. And because I changed my profile to chill mode, it's doing an amazing job as far as to exit the fast lane. Again, most importantly, I want to make sure that we're traveling safely due to weather conditions. I'm actually quite surprised the vehicle hasn't turned on its windshield wipers to give it better visibility, but we'll go ahead and let it keep going and see what it does. Right now it is definitely on auto windshield wipers. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and swipe the windshield wiper one time just so you guys can see a little bit better as far as what's going on. As you can see, it's on auto. That's one thing that you'll hear often that people sometimes will complain about, is that the windshield wipers are sometimes overly aggressive or they're not aggressive enough, which is surprising. Usually it's more on the aggressive side of things. Really good job there. The vehicle got over toward the emergency lane due to that semi-truck on our driver's side swerving towards us. I'm gonna go ahead and swipe again one more time just so the video is a little bit clearer. But I had no issues with the windows looking the way they were. Again, it is giving me an error message or a warning that the front camera visibility is low. So again, I'm not sure why it's not correcting itself this time and activating the windshield wipers. Usually it does. Let's go ahead and manually swipe again. And now we're exiting the highway, and the vehicle's doing so at a proper speed. All right, there we go. There goes the windshield wipers finally. As you can see now, they're being a little bit too aggressive. One thing again I've noticed with the snow conditions that the vehicle will adapt due to the weather, such as following a farther distance back, and it will also slow down ahead of time as far as when it comes to stopping to prevent sliding. So right now we'll definitely make sure that the vehicle's following the proper speed. There's a police officer behind us. All right, he's going a different direction. That's one thing that has also recently updated. The vehicle now will recognize police lights or ambulance lights, and it will go ahead and pull over for those vehicles. So that's one thing we definitely are looking to showcase or test out with this vehicle. As you can see, vehicles again doing a really good job of slowing down the HUD time, and it's following at a really good distance, even though we're only traveling at the speed that we are. So I feel 100% safe with the vehicle driving in the snow with no problems. Right now, as far as when it comes to parking, the vehicle is set to park at the charging location. We'll see if it does a good job with doing that. Now I feel like the windshield wipers are operating at a proper speed. One thing about this area here, the traffic lights are definitely a long wait. All right, look like we'll be waiting again. No fault of the vehicle. The light just turned really fast. Once the light turned green, we will be making this turn on a semi-snow covered road. So we'll see if there's any slippage that occurs. Again, the full self-drive vehicle that I'm in right now, as far as the 2024 performance, is all-wheel drive. Looking at the screen there, it's amazing how much the vehicle can monitor. Some people are worried about full self-drive or vehicles that self-drive with camera-only operation versus LiDAR. I don't really, myself personally, see that being an issue because, again, if you look at a regular person, when they drive, they're only using 2 eyes to drive. Where this vehicle here right now currently is using 8 different cameras to make the decision, and is able to process all those camera angles at all at one time with no problems. So, all right, here we go. Vehicle's taking the turn at, say, speed, definitely slower than normal, but again, I'm assuming it's because of the weather, and the vehicle on our driver's side was heading slightly towards our vehicle and into our lane, but the vehicle did not freak out about it. We had very little slippage there. And then let's see the moment of truth. We'll see if the vehicle's going to pull into a charger. Here it may be a little bit more challenging because I can't see the lines in the ground. So same thing as myself, I would be kind of guessing on where the chargers would be at. There's a brand new Tesla Model Y. And vehicle was able to park at the charging station with no problems either. So all in all, definitely a successful trip through the snow. There was no interventions or anything in that regards that I had to do or take over. As far as mainly turn on the windshield wipers, that was mainly due to wanting to have a better quality video and want people to see what is on the road, but I had no worries as far as the windshield wipers not activating. Is it something that I myself, if I was driving, if I would have them with a different speed initially there, yes, I would have had the windshield wipers on, but again, I had no concerns on what it was doing. So, all right, I guess that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and charge and go from there.